Hi, welcome back to my book club. If you're new here, hi, my name is Hunter. I'm a therapist, and together we're reading The Happiness Trap by Russ Harris. If you need updated on my previous videos, head to the link in the description. And for today's video, make sure to hit like and subscribe to my channel for my weekly videos. For today's video, we're reading Chapter 4, Dropping the Struggle. Let's get into it. Have you ever seen one of those movies where the bad guy falls into a pool of quicksand and the more he struggles, the faster it sucks him under? What you're supposed to do is lie back, stretch out, keep still, and let yourself float on the surface. Physically, this takes little effort, but psychologically, it's very challenging to do because every instinct in your body tells you to struggle. The same holds true when difficult thoughts and feelings arise within us. Our immediate instinct is to struggle. We pull out all of those struggle strategies we explored last chapter and use them to fight with or flee from our inner experience. But unfortunately, just as with quicksand, struggling only makes things worse. So what's the alternative? There's a radically different way of responding to painful thoughts and feelings that's far more effective than struggling, but it's so counterintuitive it can be hard to get your head around it. To help you understand, Harris encourages you to do a simple 3-part experiment. Let's go through it. Part A. Wherever you are right now, imagine that in front of you is everything that matters to you. This includes both the enjoyable, pleasing aspects of life, such as favorite movies, books, and music, and the difficult, unpleasant parts of life, all the challenges and problems you're facing. Pretend that the difficult, unpleasant aspects of your life are a book and that it's sitting in your lap. This leads us to Part B. Pick up your book of unpleasant thoughts and feelings and grip them tightly with your hands. Then straighten out your arms fully and extend them as far as possible so you are holding your book at arm's length. Then maintain that position for at least 1 minute. And notice with curiosity how you find this experience. I'm not going to do it. I welcome you to do it for yourself, because Harris then asks, how was it? Uncomfortable, tiring, taxing, maybe annoying or wearying? Harris does have something at the bottom too. Occasionally, he'll have super strong clients that say, that was easy. I could do it all day. And so they ponder, well, how about not just for 1 minute, but 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. And even super strong athletic types say no because they recognize it would be both draining and distracting. Here's the point that Harris is trying to make. Imagine holding this book of unpleasant thoughts and feelings, doing it all day for hours on end. How much would it distract you from what you're doing or reduce your enjoyment or satisfaction? This is what it's like to struggle with our thoughts and feelings. We invest massive amounts of time and energy in trying hard to push them away. This is tiring, draining, and distracting. It's very hard to be present, to focus on or engage in what we're doing. Now let's try something radically different. In Part C. Again, pretend this book is all of your difficult, unwanted thoughts and feelings. Push this book away from you as hard as you can for 1 minute. Then stop pushing and immediately rest the book on your lap. And really pay attention. What difference does it make when you stop struggling with this stuff? Allow the book to gently rest in your lap and take a slow, gentle breath. What was it like to stop pushing? To put down the book and rest it on your lap? Less tiring? A sense of relief? A sense of freedom? This way of responding to unwanted thoughts and feelings is the very opposite of struggling. We allow them to come and stay and go in their own good time. This frees us up to invest our time and energy in toward moves. It also makes it easier for us to focus our full attention on what we're doing. When we're focused, we do things better and we get more enjoyment and satisfaction from what we're doing. Much like floating in quicksand, this doesn't come naturally, but the research is crystal clear. Anxiety levels fall, stress levels lower, and depression symptoms drop. There's also a third benefit. Our difficult thoughts and feelings often contain useful information. They can alert us to problems that need addressing, give us important feedback about life, and help us recognize when the things we're doing aren't working for us. Sometimes people are very skeptical about dropping the struggle. Harris provides an example. Carl was a 32-year-old businessman with high levels of anxiety. He was continually worrying about getting sick, losing his job, or his wife leaving him. And he had thoughts about being unworthy, unlovable, and inadequate. In addition, he was prone to unhealthy perfectionism, such as rewriting an email 4, 5, 6, or even 7 times until it was perfect. Often, he'd procrastinate on important tasks for fear he wouldn't be able to do them perfectly. When Harris first took Carl through the exercise above, using an old paperback book, he said, "Can't I just do this?" and threw the book across the room. Harris said, "Throwing the book away is functionally the same as holding it at arm's length. You're struggling with it. We're talking about doing something radically different. We're talking about having it rest on your lap." Carl looked doubtful. "You don't understand," he said. "My anxiety is debilitating. It's unbearable." "Yes," Harris said. "Right now, your anxiety is debilitating. As long as this is the main way you respond to anxiety, it will always be debilitating and unbearable. So would you like to change that? Would you like to learn a new way so that it's not unbearable and debilitating?" Harris dropped the book back into Carl's lap. Carl nodded. "Great," Harris said. "Let's try it with some real thoughts and feelings." Overall, I kind of liked this little chapter. It was kind of light on information, which was a welcome change from all the heavier chapters. Still, the main thing I took away from it is this insistence on struggling. I really liked the quicksand thing where, if you stop struggling, you're actually going to float. The more you struggle, the more your problems persist. And I'm really interested in seeing how Harris is going to build off that in later chapters. Thank you so much for reading this chapter with me. Let me know in the comments what you thought, and make sure to subscribe for my weekly videos. Next week, we're going into part 2, how to handle difficult thoughts and feelings with chapter 5, how to drop an anchor. I'll see you next week.